This is Cutting Weight Basics. I'm your teacher, Weston Wickman, also your host, Weston Wickman, also your cameraman, my tripod, Weston Wickman's tripod. Today we are going to be going over cutting weight basics. Boom. I made an Instagram video about this because I saw some terrible stuff online, and someone was like, oh, you should make a more in-depth YouTube video. I have my helper, Mud, here. He'll be helping with this video and this demonstration. Okay, I don't know if you can see the board very well, and I have bad handwriting, so roast me in the comments for it. It's fine. I get it. It's chicken scratch. We have carbs, fats, and proteins. This is what our food that we eat is made up of. We also have water, which is important while cutting weight. Cutting weight is all about our lead up and preparation to a weigh-in. Okay? Our lead up should start probably, I always started mine a month out from season. And not like cutting weight or getting down to weight because I was never fat. But I would start water loading right away for about a month before season. Get my body used to taking in water and expelling water. Because water loading is really hard to start like midway through season. And it just doesn't work out very well sometimes. Because then you get really like up in weight and you're nervous and it's just hard. So I got my body used to bringing in a bunch of water every day and shoving a bunch of water out. Okay? Obviously, we're midway through season right now, so that doesn't really help you. But this other stuff should. Carbs. We want to carb load before workouts. Okay? Carbs are your breads, rice, potatoes, cereal, donuts, all stuff like that, right? Those are our carbs. This is going to be short-term energy. Okay, so this is going to be our explosive pop during workouts. This is going to give us energy for workouts right away. As soon as we start intense workouts, carbs are going to kick in. These get stored as glucose in your muscles. Okay, so you eat a donut, it turns into glucose and it gets stored in your muscles and it will help your muscles explode. Okay? I also eat a little bit of carbs after a workout as well. My muscles get depleted of glucose, I need to refuel them. Okay, so I do think carbs are for after workouts as well. Thing about carbs though, if you overeat your carbs and basically your muscles, the way I understand it, I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not like an expert in this stuff, but I did get a college degree in this stuff, so I have somewhat of an understanding. The way I understand it is there's no more glucose storage in your body, right? That stuff gets turned into fats. So don't overeat your carbs because, right, then it's going to get turned into body fat. But eating enough carbs to keep your muscles full and ready for explosion is a good thing. Okay? Refuel. So say we're going to go over a week cut scenario. Okay, we'll go over that in the week lead up. Fats. These are our long-term energy sources. So me sitting on this couch talking to you guys, my body is running off my fat sources. Okay, I never focused on my fat intake very much because you just get it kind of through foods. I know specific foods is like fish and nuts. So I didn't eat a lot of nuts. Every once in a while I'd buy some nuts and eat them. But I was more of I would just have like fish like once a week-ish. It's probably not enough, but you get fats from other food sources. I don't know specifically off the top of my head. But if you're really concerned about your fats, nuts, fish. Okay? Proteins. This is not an energy source. This was the thing that was killing me online. People were like, yeah, have a high protein meal to fuel you for your day. That's not how that works. Your body doesn't naturally convert protein into energy. Your body uses proteins for rebuilding your muscles, building new muscle, and recovery. Okay, and maybe something else, someone could fact check me on that, but it's not an energy source. If your body's making protein into energy, that means it's non-naturally being forced to use something that it doesn't want to use as your energy source. Okay? So don't focus on proteins as far as energy-wise. That's carbs and fats. Okay? Especially during cutting weight, I'd probably focus more on the carbs. And that's carb loading before workouts. And if you don't know what carb loading is, that's just eating carbs before your workout. Okay? So like instead of having your carbs spread out evenly throughout the day, kind of like you probably want your proteins and fats, I have one big meal that has a bunch of carbs in it. So if I'm going to work out in the morning, right, I'm going to wrestling practice, I'd have like 2 eggs and maybe a bunch of potatoes or something like that, right? Or a couple pieces of toast or something, get your carbs up before workout. You also, I don't have it written on here, sugars. Okay? Now, I've heard a nutritionist say this, and it's ridiculous that a nutritionist told me this. Your sugars, it doesn't matter where it comes from as long as you're getting sugars in. No. No. Okay? That might be viable for someone that's not going down in weight or something like that. Maybe like a football player or something where he's trying to add size so he can eat Mike and Ike's before a workout and be fine. Wrestlers, I would not advise this. While it might be like a basic understanding of what it is, your body, everything you put that into that thing is going to affect how you wrestle and how you feel during your workout. So you might as well put good sugars in. These are natural sugars. Fruit, great one. Okay, before your workout, carbs and fruit. Boom, that'll be a great pre-workout thing. Okay, so sugars from fruit, same thing, goes in, gets stored as glucose in your muscles. Okay, now we're on our week lead up. Okay, so we're drinking water, right? Set a weight limit for yourself. Okay, my weight limit, never ever 10 pounds over my weight class. Okay, when season starts, I never ever get 10 pounds over. So we're going to use my weight cutting from 165 for an example. Okay, I was never ever over 175, which was easy for me because 165 wasn't that hard of a weight cut for me. So it was pretty easy, but even 157, I had a 10-pound weight limit. Never over 167. Okay, that's important. Figure it out for yourself. 10 pounds might not work for you, especially if you're like a 125 or something like that, right? Or even in high school, you guys are smaller, so it might not work for you. And you guys don't know how to work out as hard. Okay, my camera cut out there. Anyways, yes, so figure it out for yourself. Now, once we have a weight limit, I have come up with 2 different strategies, okay? I've done these both. If other people have other strategies, say them in the comments. Okay? I have my up-down method is what I call it, and my slow descent method. Slow descent method, that sounds very similar to what it exactly means, okay? So I'm at my 10 pounds over, right? I slowly descend throughout the week down to my weight. So if I have 7 days to cut 10 pounds, you do the math on it. 1 pound a day isn't going to get you there. So, 1.3 pounds or whatever it is going to get you there. 1.4 pounds, whatever it's going to be. Okay? This is a decent method. It's what I used in high school when I didn't cut weight good at all. And it's what I used for the first year or so of college. Then I switched to my up-down method, which I found was much, much better for myself. Okay? Up-down method. So I would just go down, up and down in weight throughout the week. And then the last 2 days, I would drop. Okay? So this made me feel a lot better throughout the week. I didn't have to worry about exactly where I was. I could have more like fluctuation in my weight. Some days I was light, some days I was heavy, but it was okay. This is where my 10-pound rule is really, really important. Okay, if you're going to do the up-down method. Up-down method, say I'm 10 pounds over. I go into practice, I know how much I'm going to lose. I lose 4 pounds in practice, I go back up to 10 pounds. I lose 4 pounds in practice, go back up to 10 pounds. 4 pounds in practice, go back up to 10 pounds. Okay, that's throughout the week. 2 days before weigh-ins, I start my descent. Okay, so I lose 4 pounds, I only go up like a pound or pound and a half after that workout, whatever it is, right? Then I work out the next day, lose 3 pounds, now I'm 3 pounds over, go up a pound and a half. Work out again, lose 3 pounds, now I'm a half pound over, go up a pound. Lose a pound, go to sleep, wake up on weight. So it's your last 2 days that you're cutting weight. That way you feel good throughout the week. You just go up and down in weight, and then you ascend. Now, I wouldn't stay like 10 pounds over when I was doing that. 10 pounds was my max limit rule, right? So maybe right after a tournament, I go out to eat or something like that, and I'm 10 pounds over, right? With that descent, I would try to wrestle live at a similar weight than what I would be at a tournament. So 165, I typically, after I eat and stuff like that, I'm probably like 169. Hopefully, when we come to live, I'm roughly 169, 170 pounds, right? That way I'm feeling the same during practice as I am during competition. That one really helped me. That was a big one for me and really helped me cut weight well in college. So up-down method, great method. Slow descent method, I know plenty of people that do that. I just didn't work for me very well. Water loading is important for both these methods. Okay, water load. If you come to the last 2 days and you need to go down like 6 pounds, right, you're not going to have that water in you. That being said, both of these methods right here, you stay hydrated as possible, but the last 24 to 32 hours, you're going to be cutting out water. Okay? Maybe drinking a little bit after each workouts, but mainly for these last couple days, right, where you're workout, refuel, repeat until you make weight. Okay? This is that last section right here. Okay? So when it's the last 2 days, I'm starting to cut out water and I work out, I refuel with probably fat, proteins, and carbs at this point, right? Because now we're not worried about our long term, how we feel sitting around in the hotel room, right? We're more worried about we want to pop for our workout and we want recovery, okay? So we work out, we refuel, have a sub sandwich or something like that. That's got good proteins through the meats, carbs through the bread, and then we repeat till we're on weight. And you just keep losing that water weight. Okay, you're not going to lose body fat in 2 days. Okay, so you just keep busting off that water weight. At this point, your calorie count does not matter. Throughout the week, if you want to keep control of your calories, I never did. I just kind of went by weight, right? Your calorie count doesn't matter the last 2 days. You should be eating calorie-dense foods. Foods that don't weigh a lot but have a lot of calories in them. That's going to give you energy. Okay, calories equals energy. Okay, so I think that's a basic guide to a really good weight cut. Obviously, you need to figure out what foods you like, what you like having for breakfast, what you like having for dinner, what you like having for lunch. Are you going to eat 2 meals? Are you going to eat 3 meals? How heavy can you get? Right? Me, like I said, 10 pounds. I could lose, if I needed to, I could lose 8 pounds in the last 2 days. Like I knew that I could lose, or I guess 10 pounds for that instance. I could lose 10 pounds in the last 2 days if I needed to. If I was really bad with my weight throughout the week, I would try, so say I had a morning workout 2 days before. That morning workout, I'm trying to be like 5 or 6 over. We'll work out that night. Now I'm 3 to 4 over. I'll go to bed. I lose a pound. I'm 3 over the next morning. Hopefully I can maybe touch down on weight or get a pound over on weight, refuel, maybe have a little workout that night if I don't float enough. Right? Now I'll wake up the next morning and I'm on weight. Okay? So if you have questions, put it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, please leave a like. It helps me out. Leave a sub. But this should give you a really, really good understanding of what food does for you, and also 2 different methods to cutting weight, how to structure those methods, and some guide rules that I had when I was cutting weight. I'm not perfect. I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not like a body expert or whatever you want to call it. But I have a pretty good understanding of this stuff. Like, it's what my degree was in. So I have a pretty good understanding. Like, I don't necessarily know all the scientific terms for everything, but I know the dummy version of everything. So, boom. Hope you guys enjoyed.